Hello, your honors, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And come on down to soulgarden.me, the most loving space on the internet. We are now casting, by the way. If you are a light worker, have talent, create product, we're looking to see and bring people on camera with us. We're looking to unite the light, basically, and join my Unite the Light Club. We're talking about light, literally. Light, solar power. So I've been posted pics on this week. But come on down, we'd love to see you. Now there's so much going on. Gosh, where do we start? This month is an emotional month, not just for you, but for everyone. This is the month where everyone on earth deals with their emotional context, their emotions. Now, if you're a Libra, on top of that, you're dealing with your career. Because for Librans, they point their life in the direction of feeling good. You are, after all, interested in balance and harmony and all that Venus stuff, right? So as a Libra tribe person or in the Libra race, where you go is completely in condition with how things feel. But really, we have to manage our emotions separately from just direction. You can't just keep changing careers to feel better. Maybe it's also about the way you respond emotionally, your emotional maturity, your EQ. Now, when we began the transit, the first thing we got rid of were emotional contexts. I was saying, let's identify the contexts that don't serve us. Context being walking in emotionally, setting yourself up for an emotional response before it even happens. Emotional reactions to yourself, emotional reactions to poor decision making in your past. Are you nice to yourself in that case? And literally career, what's working, what's not working? Are you happy with this direction? So that is a legitimate part of the transit. In chapter 2 last week, I was saying, hey, let's explore our options, looking for an emotional context that serves you as a direction in life. And where do you want to point your life? Career, legacy, and decision making. Now, Librans quite often have careers where at the end of the day, they are nurturing and helping human beings grow. However, even though you do that for a living, you have to also do it for yourself. So to some degree, this is how well you manage your emotions, how well you baby yourself, because maybe you need to walk in the office not so sensitive to begin with. So shopping for a suit that will fit emotionally and literally with career last week. This week, we're going to go ahead and try on a suit. Literally put on an emotional suit, an emotional way of being at work, an emotional way of being in yourself, an emotional way of responding to yourself. It's new, it's different, you're just waiting to be triggered, all right? And guess what? On Monday, you get triggered. Mars rules the day on Monday, which means it's time to go ahead and put on that suit. Go ahead and aim in the direction of career and legacy you want to go. And by the way, for you stay-at-home mothers and fathers, legacy includes children and raising kids. So this could all be family decisions, but on a grander legacy scale, your kids, your grandkids, etc. Either way, take action, says the universe. Now the moon is in Aries, so emotions are sentimental, they are relationship-based, and because the moon crosses Uranus, you'll be triggered. So before you can even take action on your career and take action on emotional responses, well, bam, the universe is also asking you to respond differently to marriage and partnership. So marriage partnership might be the triggering force. Also keep in mind marriages, the way you relate to yourself. So perhaps you're trying to have a whole new emotional outlook and what you're doing is yelling at yourself. That's not going to work. So it could be a marriage-based issue, but you have to evolve how you respond to yourself and how you relate in relationships, and also put out that new career legacy or new emotional direction you want to go. Mars ruling the day on Monday will give you the strength and courage to do it, but if you do nothing, it turns into anxiety, just so you know. On Tuesday, we hold space. After taking action on Monday, Tuesday is an Earth rule day or a Taurus rule day, which means we begin to manifest. So we're basically creating that suit. We're manifesting that suit. We're manifesting this new direction since putting on that suit, however you want to look at it, the business suit. And so Tuesday, you were just holding that space, feeling what it's like, seeing what it's like to be in this new career path and be in this new emotional path. All right. Now, an opposition does come up that's going to be around for several days on Tuesday that's worth pointing out, which is between Uranus and Aries and Mars and Libra. On the one hand, Uranus and Aries Uranus and Aries is pushing you to forever and ever innovate and evolve the way you relate. As you come into your power, marriages will have to change, and they will keep changing for a decade and non-stop. You've got two choices, frankly. Either you continually seek to have a better marriage, or your marriage will continually seek to bite you in the butt. So that's the Uranus energy. On the other hand is Mars and Libra saying 2.0, you are strong, move forward, do not be taken advantage of. And in some cases in your marriages, you are taking advantage. In some cases in your marriages, you're being taken advantage of. Most Librans I know are much more dialectical, not as clean as good or bad. Okay, it is all based on situation. So this tug of war between you being strong and you innovating your marriages is on until I mention until further notice. Let's put it that way, because I don't have the date in my head. That's my little cheat. Then on Wednesday, we now emotionally hold space. The moon is still in Aries, so all of this so far, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, may all be about marriage and relationship. Remember, it's not so much about marriage and relationship as much as it's about how you make decisions, how your emotions affect which way you go in life, career and otherwise, marriage included. So don't let, because you feel flustered, you decide to leave and have it affect you. That might be the lesson, that you didn't manage your own flustering and it leads to you taking the wrong actions or pointing in the wrong directions. Yes, your husband or wife is the one who triggered you, but that's not what the universe is caring so much about. Either way, you are starting to feel the truth of all this, and the universe is telling you that it's time to go ahead and do what must be done. We have a temporary yod on Wednesday that moves from the moon late in Aries and Neptune in Pisces over to Mars in Libra. What this comes down to for you is that you're going to have all these feelings about what relationships should be. Secondly, you're going to have this sense of the kind of life you want to live, and the universe is going to say, okay, no problem, then move forward and kick butt and be that Libra 2.0. So even though relationships are very much a distraction, it really is what the yacht on Wednesday saying, well, you know you have to do first for Libra 2.0. So start there before you teeter-totter back to marriage. Then on Thursday, Jupiter rules the day. That's nice. So things come out. The moon finally moves into Taurus. So it shifts from relationships to boundaries. You might be cloudy. You might feel vulnerable on Thursday for a while because your emotions are seeking to know, am I safe? Am I not safe? Do I draw a line? Do I not draw a line? Do I open up? Do I not open up? Do I take that shit? Do I not take that shit? Right? That's where the moon is kind of struggling for with Jupiter in that day. But Jupiter is also saying, hey, let's try some new things. And by now you are kind of in this new emotional business suit you want to explore. So feeling confident, or feeling this new emotional response system you have in play, or feeling this new career direction, go out and explore on Thursday, even though you do need in the background to know everything is safe. Then comes Friday, where you find out if it was safe or not. Breakdown. Uranus rules the day on Friday, so we're happy for the weekend, but we're not happy at work. That's because we're having a breakdown. The breakdown is an emotional test. So you're wearing this emotional suit. Either it works or doesn't work. So you tried to not respond to your sassy kid. It didn't work. You tried to aim in the direction, or you told human resources you wanted to move laterally over, and they said no, it didn't work. So there's breakdown, disappointment, things don't feel right. Well, the message and lesson is, how would it feel right? Getting to, one, your own emotional response, like I'm not going to let this make me ruin my day. That's part of the lesson. And then secondly, and I'm not going to go in and quit or start the building on fire, which Librans will do in strange circumstances. So point being, you're really looking for how you feel, what made you feel not good or not good, not good or not good, and what would make you feel good or not good. So that is the lesson really on Friday. All the while the moon in Taurus, so you're kind of vulnerable and you're still looking to feel safe. Then on Saturday, you feel better. We have breakthrough. Mercury rules the day. That's air energy, just like you. So suddenly intellect kind of rules a bit more than emotion. It's a nice break for an air sign, I'm sure. The moon moves from Taurus to Gemini. So your emotions move out of worry and into theory, philosophy. And if things go right, you'll have a real day of emotional understanding, of emotional clarity on top of your breakthrough. So it'll be knowing where you need to point your career, hopefully. It'll be knowing how you need to sit in your emotion. But also it will be understanding how this fits into a bigger life purpose. And you might even realize that you've been operating very minimally when it comes to life purpose. And all that happens really on Saturday. Those watched over in GA, by the way, I'll be texting you all week through these little bumps and curves, especially on Saturday, asking those questions that you need to ask. Then Sunday is Love Fest Day, the most beautiful day of the month to receive love. That's because the moon now crosses over Venus. Venus is our giving and receiving energy. So this is kind of like payday from the universe. And so those who deserve to receive do, and those who still resist don't. But it is a day of receiving more love and energy. Now this is all in Gemini. So what this is really you opening up to learning from the universe. You opening up to maybe not knowing everything. You opening up to greater life purposes than you once imagined, maybe simpler life purposes, but you're opening up to greater understanding and you're relaxing your belief structure. To receive, you will have to do that. So let's say a fabulous, good-looking person walks by on the beach. Will they say yes or no? Depends on whether or not you're open to listening to a Mormon. That's a perfect example of how you want to be open to new ideas and beliefs, and it leads to literal fun in the sun if you're open on Love Fest Day. Well, that's all I have for this 7-day forecast. I hope you're open to coming down and visiting us on the site. If not, I'll see you here in 7 days. Until then, Your Honor, live, love, be.